mobile work and gaming at the same time, maybe you should try this 3-in-1 portable PC. The One Netbook Ranger X1 Air. Since I often have to travel for work, a laptop has become an essential part of my travel gear. No matter where I go, I have to bring it with me. It's like being able to work anywhere, anytime. But portable laptops aren't good for gaming, and gaming laptops aren't portable enough. That was the case until I found the One Netbook Ranger X1 Air. It has 3 modes in one. There's no pressure to play games after work. Now, it's already become my trusty companion whenever I go out. In terms of design, it features a metal body. The matte finish on the exterior not only feels silky smooth to the touch, but also resists fingerprints. The whole device weighs about 840 grams according to actual measurements, so it can easily fit into all kinds of bags. You can even carry it crossbody. You can barely feel any weight at all. The magnetic keyboard design makes switching modes simple and quick. Attaching or detaching it magnetically is easy. When you take it out every day, the magnetic keyboard can also serve as a cover to protect the screen. The keyboard uses a standard chiclet layout, supports a touchpad, and allows for gesture controls. It's actually quite flexible to use. The 10.95-inch LTPS display has a resolution of 2560 by 1600. It supports up to a 120 Hz refresh rate and a peak brightness of 540 nits. Screen brightness, color gamut, and dynamic range are all natural strengths of this device, so the visual effect is truly stunning at first glance. The screen has a high pixel density, so whether you're working on documents or browsing the web, text edges appear sharp and clear, and colors are reproduced accurately and naturally. When editing images, it also ensures accurate color performance. In terms of performance, the One Netbook X1 Air can be equipped with Intel's Core Ultra 7 258V processor at its highest configuration. This processor features 4 performance cores with a max turbo of 4.8 GHz. The unit I have is configured with 32 GB of LPDDR, 5x memory, and a 1TB PCIe 4.0 SSD. For everyday office work, even when running multiple office applications simultaneously, browsing through tabs and using social media apps, the system can still handle everything smoothly. It comes with a built-in 72.77 watt-hour battery. When used for regular office tasks in laptop mode, it can last for about 10 hours on a single charge. For someone like me, who often needs to work on the go, this is enough to cover a full workday's needs without having to carry a charger. And if I set the processor's power consumption to a lower value, its battery life can be extended even further. Another thing that really attracts me about the OneXPlayer X1 AIR is its performance as a gaming handheld. It features detachable game controllers using Hall effect joysticks and micro-motion shoulder buttons, as well as an 8.1mm linear trigger button, making it compatible with all kinds of games. With the native controller mount, it can also support wireless controller operation, allowing for a variety of playstyles. Basically, you can play however you want. As for performance, let's go to 3DMark to check its graphics processing. It scored 975 on Firestrike and 4463 on TimeSpy. With these graphics scores, it can run most mainstream 8AA games on the market without any issues. So if you want to play some games during your breaks at work, using this device won't put any pressure on it at all. In actual tests, the 1TB SSD achieved a read speed of 6,951.6 megabytes per second and a write speed of 6,412.1 megabytes per second. With such high-speed read and write performance, whether you're running apps or games or switching between apps and games, it can save you quite a bit of time. In actual game testing with Black Myth Wukong on low graphics settings, processor power consumption is 28 watts. At a resolution setting of 1920 by 1200, after enabling ZES, the frame rate can stay above 100 FPS. Previously, with XS turned off, the frame rate could only reach around 50 to 60 FPS. The smoothness is noticeably improved. By the way, the built-in OneXConsole software features a turbo button at the top right of the device, which allows you to bring up the control center globally. You can adjust the device's power consumption settings so you can achieve a balance between performance and battery life. Among the features, I think the freezer function is quite practical. When you're working on the go and don't want to waste time reopening apps repeatedly, but still want to save power, you can just put the apps into the freezer so they stop using CPU resources and take them out to use again whenever you need them. Its cooling system features dual liquid-bearing fans and dual copper heat pipes, so the device runs stably even when releasing 30 watts of performance. Even during long gaming sessions, the body temperature can still be kept within an acceptable range, so you won't experience overheating that causes throttling and affects your gaming experience. After removing the controller and keyboard, the X1 Air turns into a Windows tablet And the most practical feature is the metal kickstand on the back. It supports a maximum opening angle of 173 degrees, which allows me, in different scenarios, to find the best angle for viewing and use. The 10.95-inch screen gives a clear visual advantage as a tablet. With a resolution of 2560 by 1600, reading text and browsing images are both very comfortable. The 120 Hz refresh rate makes touch operations and web page scrolling even smoother. In tablet mode, the Windows 11 system can meet most operational needs. It's also quite easy to use. Recently, I've been using it to edit 4K videos, handle tasks professionally with no lag. Even multi-track 4K video editing can be handled with ease. There's no lag during preview either, and rendering is completed in a very short time. The X1 Air handheld also supports Mini SSD expansion options. It supports up to 1 terabyte of expansion space, so you don't have to worry about running out of hard drive space. Plus, the device itself uses a compact 2230 sized PCIe 4.0 SSD with a maximum capacity of 2 terabytes. For users who need to handle large amounts of files, this means there's even more space and expandability available. What's most impressive is that in all 3 modes, it delivers a consistently efficient experience. As for battery life, based on my experience, it can be flexibly adjusted according to your usage scenario. With the OneXConsole software, you can extend its battery life when needed, or unleash its full potential when you want maximum performance. In terms of port configuration, the X1 Air offers 2 fully functional USB 4.0 ports, 1 USB 3.2 Type-A port, a 3.5mm headphone jack and expansion TF card slot. The charging and expansion options are sufficient for everyday use. If you need to connect a lot of external devices for work, I recommend carrying a fully functional expansion dock with you. This is actually the setup I use when I go out now. After a period of intensive use, I think the OneXPlayer X1 Air is very suitable for those who need both work and entertainment functions, but don't like carrying multiple devices for minimalists. It may not be the most professional device in every field, but it is a comprehensive solution that can meet a variety of your needs. A true all-in-one solution. Sometimes breaking out of your usual way of thinking and giving yourself a different kind of experience, why not go for it?